What's up, y'all? Good morning. I have pretty, slow internet speed here, so if you kind of get some bumping and jumping, it's just low speed, low grade internet. You would think that because we are situated here in a world class city, that we would have the best available internet, but uh, volume and my voice wasn't being recorded. So I'm gonna have to get a better playback system where I just as I go because I sit there for about a whole hour and nothing was recorded. So I'm gonna have to do that session over. I said every Monday or once a week that I would do a free semi counseling type session for just the benefit of the public. And these are my own ideas, not associated with any group or program. Just uh, different documents and different literature that I picked up over my 20 years. Hear me again, 20 years of counseling here in Dallas, Texas. What I'm gonna be speaking on today, which will give you a basis and like a template to form a stable relationship. I'm coming out of the drug and form a stable relationship. Uh, I'm coming out of the drug and alcohol field. So, we deal with a lot of various pathologies and maladies in this field. So, without being too formulaic or using terms that nobody understands, I would just speak as clearly as possible. What does an assignment about forming stable relationships have and or another pattern? At least two things. First, the kind of thinking that promotes recovery also helps form healthier relationships and vice versa. Second, common trigger for relapse is stress due to destructive relationships, whereas most valuable sources of support for recovery is a solid, nurturing relationship. So, one of the most valuable skills for staying clean and sober is knowing how to relate. And this clean and sober is knowing how to relate. And this is a small exercise you can play back and view for yourself at another time. I'll just lay out the basics of it, and you'll get an idea of where we're coming from. Now, this is an exercise that will give you information and tips on how to do that. You will already know some of this, and it may be common sense, but some of it may be new to you. One, close relationships with family, friends, and most of all, with a partner are one of the most challenging areas in life for many of us. We may find ourselves in unhappy situations over and over, knowing something is wrong, but not knowing how to get it right. The stress of those problems is one reason we escape into our alcohol, drug, and other addictions. How would you describe healthy and unhealthy relationships? So, get you a piece of paper. On one side, put healthy relationships. On the other side, put unhealthy relationships. And write on them columns all healthy relationships. And then on the other side, write all of the unhealthy relationships that you have. Two, many unhappy relationships actually have a lot in common with addictions. Our relationships with our drugs of choice, following some characteristics of addictive or an otherwise unstable relationship. For each, give an example of any experiences you've had that fit. A, rapid, high-intensity involvement. This is romanticized as love at first sight, but is usually more than about love at sight. People use these relationships in the same way they use drugs, seeking instant gratification in the form of an intense experience. Give an example. B, dishonesty, trust, distrust, manipulation, and controlling behavior. People spend a lot of their time trying to control each other's moods, thoughts, perceptions, and behaviors. They blame their partners for their own moods, feelings, and behavior and say, "You made me do this. You make me feel like that." At the same time, there are things the couple hide from each other and subjects that they don't talk about. There's a lot of attempted mind reading, assuming, and hinting. Give some examples from your own life. C, desire for total union and social emotional isolation. Again, fearing they'll lose their partners if they let them get out of reach, or because they feel a part of them is missing they feel a part of them is missing when they're apart. People often try to completely merge their lives and give up their own individualities and identities, clinging to and smothering each other. At the same time, they tend not to have other close relationships and sometimes not to even have much social contact. They're jealous and want the part all to themselves. Plus, they are often afraid of what friends and family would say about the relationship, another parallel to addiction. D, desire to fix the other or solve his or her problem. There's often a strong element of rescuing, feeling sorry for our partners because they have so many problems and such painful lives. This distracts us from dealing with our own problems. Let us feel good about helping and feel superior at the same time. And lets us feel safe from abandoning us. They need us. 3, a healthy, nurturing relationship has the opposite qualities. Here are descriptions of the other side of the coin. What you can expect from a stable and positive relationship. Again, please give what you think of and what you have been through in your own experiences. A, gradual, step-by-step development in stages. Healthy people know it's wise to be cautious and not become too vulnerable, physically or emotionally, until they know each other well enough to feel like it's safe. So they take it slow and check each other out. They recognize lust or infatuation for what it is and don't decide they're in love until they know each other well. B, honesty, trust, respect, and acceptance. Healthy partners don't try to control each other, just as they don't want to be controlled. They empathize and put themselves in each other's shoes and trust the other to do the same, but also accept the other's right to disagree and make different choices. They say what they say what they want each other to know clearly and directly and expect one another to do the same. They ask for what they want instead of hinting or manipulating. C, acceptance of separateness, independence, and continued a full social life. Healthy partners accept that they are different people with different interests, different histories, and so on. They maintain their own and other human connections, knowing that no one person, including this partner, can meet all of their needs. They are confident of their ability to get along on their own. So they are together because they choose to be. not because they feel they need to be. Just a minute. Throat was getting dry there. A lot of reading. D, expectation that each will solve his or her own problem. No rescuing. Healthy partners know they can't and expect one another to be competent to do so. They can be supportive and care about something without taking on that responsibility for it. You give examples of that in your own experience. We've talked about what a healthy, stable relationship will look like. Here are tips about what to do to find a sane, healthy potential partner and start a positive relationship. Please describe something you can do to act on each one during the next month. A, work on yourself first. We attract and are attracted to people who are at a level of emotional and mental health as ourselves. They are our mirrors. The way to attract a healthy person is to be one. And what can I do? And you give an example out of your own experience. B, looking shopping for bread at the hardware store. You aren't going to find healthy people in unhealthy places. You'll never get healthy love from someone who isn't healthy enough to give it, no matter how hard you try. What can you do from your own experience? C, be yourself. If the goal is to find a partner who will accept us as we are, our only chance is to let possible partners see the real us. We are putting on an act. No one can have a chance to know and accept us. What can you do in your own life? D, be picky. Tell yourself that you have the right to be treated with respect and warmth, and that you deserve to be with someone who is healthy and a pleasure to be with. And you will not and won't accept or give less. Never be with someone out of pity or a sense of obligation. And how has that been in your own experience? E, don't expect someone to change. People don't usually change much. If they aren't the way you want them to be now, they probably will never be. Even if they may want to change, you can't only with the real person that exists right now. Check that in your own experience. Yeah, take your time. Go step by step. Be cautious in checking the other person out as you go. Increase your vulnerability and your depth of involvement little by little, as you can see that it's safe to do so, and in your own experience. G, get feedback. Share what's going on in your relationship with others whose wisdom you trust. You may want to get a relationship sponsor, someone with solid relationships, and get their reaction. They may see more clearly than you when you're emotionally in a particular situation, and experience that one for yourself. 8, listen to your gut. Think about past relationship choices that went badly and think back to your inner voice or gut feeling or instincts at that time. If you get uneasy feelings about someone, pay attention. The most important factors for a lasting relationship are safety, comfort, quiet happiness, and not heart pounding excitement, often that is really based on fear. And those are just some of the tips that you can use to kind of get back to a more healthy relationship. It's very difficult, and I am not the expert on relationship. You know, I'm going through one myself. You know what I mean? So I'm not one, but I know that myself included. all seeking healthy relationships, healthy connections, not toxic, as they call it, relationship, where, all you get is shame, guilt, humiliation, and, using anything you might know against the person to try to beat them down, to change them to be what you want them to be. One thing is for sure, no one's going to change until they get ready to change. So, in other words, no matter what you do or how much you want this person to change, they're never going to change until they want to change. And that's the whole function of being healthy, that you have to be able to change. Sometime out here, at the drop of a dime, you have to be flexible. I mean, I know for a long time myself, I don't even necessarily say I was stuck because I'm always learning. I'm the type of person that reads. I'm the type of person that experiences different things. I'm the type of person that don't operate in too much fear. I'm cautious, maybe overly cautious in some areas, because I don't allow people to get too close to me, because of my past experiences. So that's right on point with what we was just talking about. Because of my past experiences, and not the hurt part, I'm willing to, get hurt anytime as far as the relationship go. If you don't want me no more, I don't want you no more. You gonna go to a party, I'm gonna go to a party. So, I don't game, you know what I mean? I love you, what I'm saying? But I can leave you. So that's just me. I'm never, I told a lady the other day, and even made it public. I don't think I have never been in love. 65 years old. Never been in love, if that's such a thing. And didn't say I didn't love. I've never had a partner that I did not love. My love would extend to the point where, I would lay my life down for him. But that don't mean I was in love. See what I'm saying? Those, I believe, are two distinct things. And I, like I say, I've never experienced it. 65 years. So you live, you learn. Not saying I wouldn't be open to falling in love, if that's such a thing. I don't know, because I've never had it. So that's just a personal side note. But what we can do here is try to build up on to a healthy relationship status. And that's for anyone out there, you know what I mean? I know you would rather have a functioning other person with you than a person that you have to rescue every 5 minutes, or they on turn having to rescue you. That you are two independent people, that you are two people that choose to be together, not by force, not by hook, not by crook, but by choice. Old man used to say, everybody get a choice and a chance, you know what I mean? And you have to choose which one, you know what I mean, you're going to make for yourself. That's just some food for thought. Uh, I have 100 ideals for self activity here. I'll just read you a few of them. Uh, these are self-nurturing activities. Let's see what we got. Listening to your favorites. Let's see what we got. Listening to your favorite music. That's number one. Enjoying a long, warm bubble bath. Number three, go for a walk. Number four, share a hug with a loved one. Number five, relax outside. Number six, exercise. Number seven, spiritual prayers. Number eight, attend a caring support group. Number nine, practice. What is this? I've never heard this word before. From diaphragmatic breathing. Whoa, I should have looked at this before I got on here talking about it. Diaphragmatic is like from the, diaphragm. I imagine what they're saying here. Diaphragmic breathing practices. breathing from your diaphragm. Uh, did we say exercise? Yes, we did. Do stretching exercises. Number 10. Number 11, reflect on positive qualities. That is one of the most important things you can do in your life. If you dwell on negativity, those are the type of vibrations that you're going to call into yourself. I tell people all the time, one of my greatest gifts is faith and positivity. People will say, hey, man, why you speak like that? Why you talk like that? Why you do this? Why you do that? That never has anything to do with my positivity. That never has anything to do with how I feel about expressing myself and how I feel about being confident and positive. And I have found that a lot of people fear a black man that's positive, a black man that's assertive, a black man that's confident. Well, that's assertive, a black man that's confident. Well, that's on you. I'm going to express those attributes. I'm going to express those qualities. And whether you like it or not, I don't actually care what you like. That's just the truth of the matter because it's not going to put no food in my mouth. It's not going to make my God love or hate me anymore. That's more of a reflection on you. Watch a sunrise or a sunset. Number 12. Laugh. Number 13. 14. Concentrate on a relaxing. 15. Do a college. What? Do a collage representing you. 16. Receive a massage. 17. Reflect on the I and appreciate. 18. Write in your personal journal. 19. Attend a favorite athletic event or social event. 20. Do something adventurous. 21. Read a special book or magazine. 22. Sing, hum, whistle a happy tune. Do 30 of these, and I have to pause for the cause. Read a special book or magazine, sing, hum, whistle, and your happy tune. 23. Swing, slide, and teeter-totter. Musical instrument. 25. Do some spiritual meditation. 26. Work with plants or gardening. That's a beautiful thing to do. I used to love to do that when I had a home. And I will do it again one day. Because we in apartments now and it's a different kind of living. I've been living in a home 15 years, but I've been in an apartment for a while now till things change. Learn a new skill. That's always something good to do. I don't care how old you are. I do not want to hear it. You get up and you go and you learn something else. That will help to activate the brain cells and keep you learning and being able to learn. I'm learning something new right now. Several things, not just one, a multitude of things, all at the same time. I'm 65 years old. If I can do it, you can do it. I don't believe in excuses. I just don't. I can't. I just that's something another thing that I can internalize. I cannot deal with the excuses. Let your yes be yes. Let your no be no. If you don't want to do something, just say no.